Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you view these blogs, we're so thankful, prayerful for you for uh, tuning in. You're important to me. You're important to this church. Ultimately, you're most important to Christ. I mean, there's nothing else in this world that He cares for any more than you. As I consider this today, are you experiencing an unusual level of anger? You see, human anger is usually portrayed as sinful in Scripture, but anger against God is always sin. You see, anger becomes sin when it's allowed to fester or boil over unconstrained, resulting in the hurt being multiplied, leaving destruction in its wake. In fact, much of the depression that the world struggles with today is due to unresolved anger. On the other hand, God's anger in Scripture is referred to as wrath, is holy, it's perfect, it's just the right reaction to sin. See, God doesn't sin in His anger. His anger is always justified. Throughout the Old Testament, His wrath was meant to do one primary thing for His children, that it is to draw them back into a healthy relationship with Himself. Human anger is widely staked in our prideful justification. And I don't like to say that because it squares me up right in the nose. Although it's possible for us to have a righteously angry reaction to sin, most human anger rises up and results instead of, how can I say this, as a result of sin. Do you remember the perceived righteous anger that King David had? When he stood before Samuel the prophet, Samuel came in and told him a story of a rich, wealthy landowner who had many sheep. His neighbor had one little lamb. And the rich landowner came across the fence, slew the landowner, and took the single sheep that he possessed. David was indignant. He lost it. He basically dramatized his own anger. He said, "You tell me who this is, and I'll make it right." Samuel, that powerful, poignant prophet, said, "You are the man." It's so much easier to be angry at others rather than stand up and actually make a difference. Where are you in this mix? In a world that's gone mad, in a situation that continues to spiral out of our control, it is not out of God's control. Don't be reckless with your anger. Don't allow your anger to keep you from doing what is right, beginning with your relationship with God. I promise you that if you follow God, be right with God, He'll help you deal not just with the anger, but with those unresolved situations around you. May you be blessed today, is my heartfelt prayer. Have a great day.